Thank you so much for serving up here in KidsWay with me. I'm so excited to have you part of our team. And today I'm just going to go over a few things that we do up here in KidsWay. The first thing is when the kids come up the stairs at the beginning of the service, they should all have a name tag on that has a number. At the end of service, when it is time for them to go, we want to make sure we are giving the right kids to the right family. So whoever is picking them up, whether it be a sibling, a parent, grandparent, older friend, whatever it is, we want them to have that sticker with the corresponding number, especially if we are unfamiliar with this family. So if you are helping letting kids go, make sure you know who you are giving them to. If you are not sure, if the person shows up, you are not familiar with them, they do not have the corresponding number tag, please speak up. I'm usually up here, so please say something to me. If I know the family, I can confirm that it's okay to let them go. We really want to be safe here at Bridgeway, so we do not want to give the children to just anybody. All right, secondly, I want to go over just some safety procedures up here in KidsWay. First of all, you will notice on the wall, we have a list of people who are CPR certified that attend Bridgeway. So if there happens to be some sort of emergency and we need some help, you will find an usher to find us one of these people, or if you are familiar with any of these people, you are free to go downstairs and find one of them to come up and help us. Also, you will notice the fire hydrant here on the wall, and also in case of a fire, the exit plan, which is pretty self-explanatory. And then I want to talk about the ledge, the wonderful ledge we have up here in KidsWay. It is very important, if you are helping up here, that you keep kids from playing on it and too close to it. It likes to become kind of like a jungle gym. So I'm really, really strict about putting an end to that as soon as it starts, because that can be very dangerous. Kids also like to put their belongings on the ledge, and I will not let them do that because, again, it could just get too dangerous. So the ledge also leads me to the stairs. You might find children trying to hide down these stairs. So just make sure, if you're one of the helpers up here on any given Sunday, that you have eyes on the children and both exits so that we don't find them hiding in the stairs. Also, there is a first aid kit that you will find on the second shelf of this first cabinet. It's always left on the second shelf. There it is. That's what it looks like. Bright blue bag, easy to see, easy to use. Also in this cabinet, I have my prizes and candy. So if you're helping that day, I might ask you to help a kid pick out a prize on their birthday when we sing to them. This is where you will find the prizes, or maybe I'll say, oh, grab the candy. We're going to do a game where candy is the reward. And so you will find that on this side of the cabinet. And then water. Kids love to ask for water up in KidsWay. I don't know what it is, but they love it. They need that water the hour they're at church. So if they ask for water and I say yes, or you decide you want to get them water, you will find it over here in the back of the room. I do not hand out bottles of water because they will not be drunk and they will just become a distraction. So what we do up in KidsWay is the helper will take the water bottle and just pour some into one of these little cups, and that's how we give the kids water. The other thing kids usually need to do during KidsWay is use the restroom. So if a kid asks to use the restroom, it's totally fine. One of the helpers for the day will escort the child to the restroom. Doesn't matter how old they are. Every child will be escorted, and just make sure that they are not clowning around, grabbing mints, grabbing a donut, whatever's down there for the day, grabbing some coffee, that they just use the restroom and come back up. So that's why one of my helpers will always go with them to the restroom. All right, so what do we do during KidsWay? What is expected of the helpers up in KidsWay? Number one, my helpers help with crowd control. I ask that my helpers sit on the perimeter of where the children sit and just help keep them quiet. Make sure, don't be shy about telling them quiet when the teacher's talking. It's time to be quiet, pay attention, listen up. Any of those are great. I do need help with that up in KidsWay. You might be asked to sit by a specific child that might need a little bit more love. And so just be ready for that. Also, what I ask my helpers to do is participate. Up in KidsWay, we usually start with a game or an activity of sorts. So be ready to join in the game or the activity, help run the game. Sometimes I'll play the game with the kids and my helpers will run the game for me. So just be up for participating and having a good time with the children. After we play the game or activity, whatever we're starting with, we will then lead into praise and worship. And again, I ask my helpers, participate. There's lots of songs we'll sing that have actions, or we clap or raise our hands with the kids and just encourage them by example to be praising God, showing them, teaching them what it looks like to praise God. So be ready to participate and also to have a good time, because praise and worship is a lot of times one of their favorites. As they've left KidsWay, that's what quite a few of them say is it's one of their favorite things. So just be ready to participate in that. Also, if you are willing, there will be opportunities to maybe act in a little skit or act out the Bible story as I am narrating it. So if it's a really short skit, you may not even know till the day you show up, or if you want to, or acting out the Bible story for me. It's usually not intense. It's not hard. So if you're willing to do that, I'm always looking for helpers that want to do that. Also, I do ask one of my helpers on a Sunday to run tech for me. I get it already on the my laptop, the songs we're doing, the videos we're showing. And so my tech helper just sits there, usually presses play, stop, all that fun stuff. It's really easy, but that is one of the duties of the helpers up in KidsWay. Up in KidsWay, we have what I call Small Group Sunday. Every second and fourth Sunday of the month is Small Group Sunday. And so the beginning of service is very similar to the rest of the Sundays. You'll show up, do an activity or game, we'll do praise and worship, and then I will review the lesson from the previous week. Every lesson up here in KidsWay is 2 weeks. So I will review the lesson by either showing a little video or recapping, maybe asking questions, and then we will break up into small groups of about 5 to 6 kids per small group. So we break up throughout the room. And again, it's all prepared ahead of time. I will have a list for you to follow. You just facilitate the small group for that day. It will include looking up some Bible verses, asking some questions, discussing the answers with the children, being willing to answer the questions yourselves, again, to be a good example to the children. And it usually comes with some sort of little activity of some sort, again, that I will have ready for you waiting at your small group table, and you will do that with the children. Sometimes it's acting out something, sometimes it's coloring something or drawing something that has to do with the lesson of the day. One of the most important things I want all my helpers up here in KidsWay to do is love on these kids. Remember, for this hour and 15 minutes a week, it is about them. Our focus needs to be on them, loving them, encouraging them, having fun with them, praying with them, whatever that looks like, just showing them the love of Jesus. So please remember that as you come to serve, be ready to give an hour of your time just to love on these children and pray that they draw closer to Christ through our time together. Last but not least, I ask all my helpers to be here at church by 9:45. I like to meet up here at 9:45, 9:50, and tell them what to expect that service, because again, every week looks a little bit different. And so you know what to expect, and we can spend just a couple minutes praying over our morning together. Thanks again for being willing to serve up here in KidsWay.